But since heroes are an exception, I will speak to common souls, to the mass of souls, so that no one may say that I have made what is necessary unknown in order to reach perfection. But of everything I tell you, remember this: he who takes the liberty of infringing one of the least of these commandments will be considered one of the least in the kingdom of heaven. And he who will induce others to infringe them will be considered one of the least, both with regard to himself and to those whom he led to the infringement. He instead, who through his life and deeds, rather than by words, has convinced others to abide by the law, will be great in the kingdom of heaven, and his greatness will be increased by each of those whom he is led to obey and thus sanctify themselves. I know that what I am about to say will taste bitter to many tongues, but I cannot tell lies, even if the truth I am about to speak will procure me many enemies. I solemnly tell you that unless you create anew your justice, detaching it completely from the poor and unfairly defined justice which the Pharisees and scribes have taught you, unless you are really more just than the Pharisees and scribes, who think they are just because they increase the number of formulae without any substantial change of their spirits, you shall not enter the kingdom of heaven. Beware of false prophets and erring doctors. They come to you clad as lambs, and they are rapacious wolves. They come clad with holiness, and they deride God. They say they love the truth, and they feed on falsehood. Study them before following them. Man has a tongue and speaks with it. He has eyes and sees with them. He has hands and makes signs with them. But he has something else, which is a more truthful witness of his real being: his deeds. And what are two hands joined in prayer, if a man is a thief and fornicator? And what are two eyes, which pretending to be inspired, roll in all directions, if after the farce they greedily share at a woman or an enemy out of lust or for murder? And what is a tongue, expert in whistling a false song of praise, and in seducing by means of honeyed words, if behind your back it calumniates you, and is capable of swearing falsely, if only it could pass you off as a mean fellow? What is a tongue that says long hypocritical prayers, and is then quick in killing the reputation of a neighbour or seducing his good faith? It is disgusting. And disgusting are untruthful hands and eyes. But the deeds of men, the true deeds, that is, his behaviour at home, in business, towards his neighbour and servants, are the things that testify, this man is a servant of the Lord. Because holy deeds are the fruit of true religion. A good tree does not bear bad fruit, and a bad tree does not bear good fruit. Will these thorny bushes ever be able to give you tasty grapes? And those even more stinging thistles, will they ever be able to mature sweet figs for you? No, they will not. In actual fact, you will be able to pick only a few sour blackberries from the former, and uneatable fruits will come from the latter, which, although flowers, are still thorny. The man who is not just will be able to command respect by his appearance and only by it. Also, the downy thistle looks like a tuft of thin silvery threads adorned with diamonds by the dew. But if inadvertently you touch it, you find out that it is not a tuft, but a bundle of thorns, painful to man, harmful to sheep, so that shepherds uproot them from their pastures and burn them on the fire they light at night, so that not even the seed may be spread. A just and provident step.